Everything okay?
Yep. Can I get your name and badge number?
For what?
So I know who I'm making a complaint against. I have you recorded doing 80 miles an hour in a 65 mile an hour zone.
Okay, then I will arrest you for obstruction. Step out.
You better get a... I want a sergeant here.
Step out.
I want a sergeant
Step
here.
out, and you're gonna get tased.
Welcome to Police Oddities. The man you're about to see noticed a U.S. police officer speeding illegally, so he pulled out his phone, started recording, and stated that he intended to file a complaint. What he didn't expect was this. The officer immediately handcuffed him and locked him inside a patrol car. However, just over 10 minutes later, the man was released and even received an apology from the police. So what exactly happened? On the morning of February 5th, 2024, a man named Barry was driving through Adams County, Colorado, when a police vehicle suddenly sped past him. There were no emergency lights, no sirens. Barry believed this was clearly a violation. After driving a short distance further, he noticed the same police car, parked on the roadside, conducting a traffic stop on another driver. Barry then pulled over ahead of the scene, took out his phone, and began recording. This immediately caught the officer's attention. After finishing the traffic stop, the officer approached Barry.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Everything okay?
Yep. Can I get your name and badge number?
For what?
What?
For what? What do you need?
So I know who I'm making a complaint against.
For what?
For speeding.
Speeding?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I have you recorded doing 80 miles an hour in a 65 mile an hour zone.
Okay.
No headlights, no sirens, nonchalantly. Apparently you drive like that all the time. So I wanted to film hypocrisy at its finest.
Okay. License, registration, proof of insurance.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Because now you're in.
No, I'm
Yes.
doing nothing. If you're going to start
You
this
pulled
shit, if you're going to start this
License,
shit, you get your sergeant over here.
License, registration.
Get your
proof-
sergeant over
License,
here.
registration.
Get your sergeant over
License,
here.
registration,
Get your
proof-
sergeant over here.
License?
No, I ain't giving you shit.
Barry asked for the officer's name and badge number, stating that he intended to file a complaint for speeding. Instead of addressing the complaint, the officer demanded Barry's driver's license, vehicle registration, and proof of insurance. However, Barry was not being detained for any traffic violation, and under the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, recording police officers in public for accountability purposes is protected speech and entirely legal. For that reason, Barry refused to provide his documents and repeatedly requested a supervisor.
Get your sergeant over here.
You pulled over on a traffic stop, so you had to.
I didn't pull over on your traffic
Yes, you
stop.
did.
I pulled over here because I had to answer my phone.
No.
Yeah,
License,
that's exactly why. You're not getting shit from me. If you're going to keep this up, get your sergeant out here.
License, registration.
You
proof of
ain't getting
insurance.
shit from me.
Hey,
You
then
ain't getting shit from me.
Then now you're obstructing, and
No,
I'll
I'm
take you to
not.
jail.
Obstruction is a physical.
No, it's not.
Look, dude, you better get your fucking sergeant out here,
Now you're
okay?
verbally assaulting
Get your
me.
sergeant out here.
License, registration, proof
Hey,
of
I
insurance.
can do that. I can tell you to off. That's the First Amendment. If you got a problem, get your sergeant out
License,
here.
registration,
You
proof
ain't
of
getting shit from me. Get your sergeant out here.
Okay.
I'm asking for your sergeant for the last time.
And I'm asking
Get
for
your sergeant out
No.
here. Well, you
License-
ain't getting my shit.
License,
You ain't
registration-
getting my shit.
License,
You
registration,
ain't
proof-
getting nothing.
Okay, then I will arrest you for obstruction.
You do that, buddy, and I'll sue the out of Adams
Step out.
County.
Step out.
Got it.
Step out.
You better get a. I want a sergeant here.
Step out.
I want a sergeant
Step
here.
out, and you're gonna get tased.
The officer ignored the request, threatened Barry with a taser, and arrested him on charges of obstruction. But then came the twist. Barry was also a police officer.
You have a CCW?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he's a Denver cop, or he's a Denver cop.
And
Really?
I know my rights too, buddy.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yet during the arrest, it became clear that Barry knew his rights very well. In fact, from the moment the handcuffs were put on, his billing had already begun. His stated rate was $6,000 per minute.
He said I was doing 85 and a 65, and he's just recording hypocrisy at its best. So then I asked him for his license registration because he pulled up on my traffic stop. So I was dealing with him second, and he wouldn't give it to me because he's a Denver cop and he knows his law, his rights.
Is he retired?
I don't know. I didn't even see. I just saw he was a Denver cop.
He was just video recording?
And then when I was asking,
Did he walk up to your stop?
No. But then
You don't have obstruction?
it's weak.
Yeah.
It's very weak, and I can care less that I say it on the camera.
Not long after, a police supervisor arrived on scene. At that point, Barry was handcuffed behind his back and locked inside the patrol vehicle. Barry calmly explained what had happened.
I'm doing 65. This guy passes me. I started to go to catch up to him because I wanted to pace him to see how fast he was going. He was going about 80 miles an hour. I recorded it. Okay. So my intention was, I've got this on video. I was going to call the station and complain. And then I just sat in my car, and after he wrote the guy a ticket and let him go, then he came up to me and he said, can I help you? And I said, no. I said, can I get your name and badge number? And he said, what for? And I said, because you were speeding on Highway 85. Give me your driver's license, insurance, and proof of insurance. I said, I'm not giving you my information. He said, give me your stuff or I'll get you for obstruction. I said, you didn't pull me over. So then he opened my car, yanked me out, handcuffed me, and here I sit. And I told him, I want a sergeant. You have no fucking right to do this. And that officer that's going up to my van right now admitted it. So I'd like these handcuffs off. I'd like to be going. I'd like that guy's
that's
information, and I'd like to go on my way here.
That's going to happen. So,
and I want an apology from that guy.
You can see that Barry not only demanded immediate release, but also insisted that the officer apologize to him. Under normal circumstances, this would be very difficult to achieve. But today, the supervising officer was clearly experienced. He immediately removed the handcuffs to prevent the situation from escalating and avoid potential litigation. At the same time, he openly acknowledged the mistake made by his subordinate.
it's not against the law for someone to videotape your traffic stop. It's not against the law for them to pull to the side of the road. It's not against the law to make a comment. It'll be taken care of, I promise you that. I'm not going to let it, it's not going to just go away.
Okay.
It will be handled. I'm sorry, I will apologize for the sheriff's office. Let me go talk to him for a minute, and I'll be back in just a minute, okay?
Okay.
After that, the supervising officer found the original officer involved and turned off the body camera audio to speak with him privately. As you can see, the officer showed no remorse. But whether he was willing or not, the supervisor still ordered him to apologize to Barry face to face.
Well, here's my business card. Didn't mean it to go this route. Unfortunately, it did. So that is my apologies. But so I don't know what else to say.
You ought to know better.
So I will bite my tongue on that response, sir.
Yeah. Am I free to go?
Absolutely, sir.
Well, I'll see you in court.
Okay, sir. Have a great day. Thank you, sir. Have a great day. No, sir. Enjoy your day, sir. Thank you.
What the hell did he just say?
He said I'm a fucking idiot and to see me in court. And then grabbed his balls and put me off.
You know, stay further away, especially if he's an off-duty cop, really. That's stupid.
He is?
He's a fucking Denver Reserve. And he comes and does this bullshit because he was speeding?
Clearly, it was not only the officer, but even the supervisor's apology that lacked any sincerity. Barry, on the other hand, is a man of action. After the incident, he immediately hired a civil rights attorney and announced plans to file a lawsuit against the police department, accusing the officers of unlawful detention and violations of his First Amendment rights. In May 2025, both parties reached a settlement. Before the case went to trial, Barry was awarded $80,000 since he had been detained for a total of 14 minutes. This amounted to roughly $6,000 per minute. So what are your thoughts on this incident? Feel free to share your views in the comments below.